Hi everyone, Mrs. MLG here from Mighty Lancer Games. Now over the years we've done lots of videos and lots of shorts and TikToks about Crackle Paint. I thought that I would put them all together in this one video so that you can see which Crackle Paint you might use on your next project. So here we go, don't forget to hit subscribe, like and leave me a comment, would be wonderful. Let's get started. Now I normally use Mordant Earth, which is a Citadel colour, and it's black crackle on top, and it gives you this kind of effect. So this is the Mordant Earth on top of green and on top of orange. Now I usually use Mordant Earth because black is my happy colour, but we have done a short with Badlands as well. But today I'm going to use Martian Earth because I've never used this one before. Now this is a Green Stuff World one, a Crackle Paint, Martian Earth, and by the looks of it, it gives you kind of a red colour. So I thought, let's stick some green underneath, see what happens there. Use this lovely Humbrol brush, again out of the pot of not used for painting anymore brushes, and I'm just going to splodge it all over. So here we go, that took 2 minutes with the hairdryer on a cool, my hairdryer has a cool setting. You are supposed to leave it to naturally dry. If you leave it to naturally dry, you will get different results. You will get probably different size cracks. It also depends on how much you put on. The thicker application, you tend to get bigger cracks. So it depends how you apply it, and obviously if you're not naughty and you leave it properly. But this is a hairdryer. I left it for a couple of minutes naturally and then got bored and used a cool setting on my hairdryer. This guy here, WizKids Kai, I did in the same method. So it does not just have to be bases, you can use it on minis. Absolutely same method, apart from I used Mordant Earth and I used obviously yellows and reds underneath. So I thought that we'd do a little experiment today. I'll do the experiment so you don't have to. So I've got 6 different bases. One with just the natural, no PVA, no varnish or anything. One with a varnish and one with PVA, and let those dry naturally. And the same again, but with a heat source, in my case a hairdryer, so that we can see what the difference is and which ones might be best for what you need in your hobby. Let's go and have a look. So this one's Flat Earth, and these two are combinations of blues, in this case solid blue and blue flame, but basically dark blue and light blue. Next we're going to put PVA glue, white glue, kids glue over the top and let that dry. Now we're going to do that because it helps with the cracks. So here we go, let's do that. While the PVA glue is drying, I'm going to add some tufts. Oh, if I don't bash my camera about. I'm going to add some tufts to this brown one. I've never added tufts before that I can remember when doing Crackle Paint, so I just want to see what happens. So I've got some Army Painter Frozen tufts, and this one here is Gamer's Grass Wild. These ones are a bit big though, I'm not quite sure. These might look a bit strange. But there, we're going to stick them on anyway. Just want to see what happens with the Crackle Paint. Yeah. Why is it you can never put stuff on random? Your brain doesn't let you. Yeah, get that on there. See what happens with those. Right then, what does it say on the back of the bottle? A one-step paint that cracks as it dries, creating an eggshell cracking pattern. Shake well and apply directly from the bottle or with a brush. Okay, so you can squirt it on. Seems a bit strange. Drying time depends on thickness of application and resulting different sized cracks. Do not use a dryer to speed up the process, just let it dry naturally. I have a slight problem with that. I am extremely impatient. So I, unfortunately, am going to do what most new painters, that's what I'm going to say, new painters would do, and I'm going to use a hairdryer. It does say do not, so there we go. Let's see what happens when we put it on this brown one with the tufts. So there we go, that's dry with the hairdryer. It does say don't dry it with a hairdryer, but I am impatient. So that's dry with the hairdryer, and it's pretty cool, to be fair. I'm going to try it on the blue ones. It does look like a thin covering of ice. That's pretty cool. So let's try it on the blue ones, and again, we're going to use a hairdryer, even though it says don't. It's cool, isn't it? Look, can I just point out that I have had the hairdryer on cool setting. I haven't had it on blasting hot air setting. That's ace. It's not quite dry. These big white lumps aren't dry. So while that was doing, the brown one has also continued to dry naturally all on its little Todd, like it's supposed to. Look at the effect, that's really cool. So I'm going to zoom out and I'm going to keep these two in shot so you can continue to look at them while we put some on the other one. Okay, so that's the last one. You may have noticed that the other two I'd been using this old brush. I wanted to use an old brush because I wasn't quite sure how it would rinse out. So this was the old brush that I used for those two. And this was the old brush that I used for this one. I was trying to use a slightly bigger brush to see if it made any difference. To be fair, they're not actually that much bigger, is it? This one just tends to splay out more than that one. But it's still very hard to move around, to manipulate. The Mordant Earth and the other Crackle Paints from Green Stuff World are like that as well, but I think because it's white it stands out more, that there's big lumps and things in it. But they do make these cool lumps, so you know, it's all good. These two are still continuing on with their little journey of drying naturally, as they should. But yeah, let's get some hairdryer action on. Again, on the cool setting. We don't want to, you know, cook them to death, but you are supposed to let them dry naturally. So this one has had 5 minutes of hairdryer as well. These two had 5 minutes of hairdryer originally. This one's had 5 minutes of hairdryer just now. As you can see, with an additional blast from this one's hairdryer, this one has dried some more. It's a really, really cool effect. Very, very, very cool. I am quite impressed with that. So this one has dried now. This one I've painted, and this one I've painted. So just to give you an idea. So you can paint them. Look, obviously you can paint them better than I can. But that's it painted. And that one. And the brown one, where we put the tufts on. Just some white paint. I didn't really do a side view of that one, did I? Just to give you an idea. And then this one isn't painted. This is just with the blue underneath and then it dry. Can you see? It's a bit hard to see it on the camera. It looks really cool.